Okay, so picture this. A brand new AI gets launched, and everyone is calling it a PhD-level expert in pretty much everything. But then, on its very first day, it messes up something surprisingly simple. Well, that's exactly what happened, and that little mistake tells us something really fundamental about how these incredible tools actually think. So we're going to unpack what that all means.
It all kicked off with this simple math problem right here. This is the exact equation that gave to this new expert AI. It's just a little bit of algebra, the kind of thing you probably did back in middle school.
So before we get to what the AI said, take a second and solve for x. Just do it in your head. You got it? Okay, let's see how you did compared to the expert.
And there you have it. The AI came back with negative 0.21, but the right answer, as you probably figured out, is positive 0.79. Now, it's a small mistake, sure, but for an AI that's supposed to be a PhD-level genius, it begs a huge question. How could it possibly get this wrong?
To really get why this little slip-up is actually a big deal, we need to understand the massive hype around this kind of advanced AI. We're not just talking about a minor update here. We're talking about what's being sold as a total revolution in expertise.
And this quote from OpenAI's CEO Sam Altman really says it all. The goal isn't just for the AI to spit out facts. It's to make you feel like you are genuinely talking to a real expert on any topic. That's the promise. And that's what makes that simple math error so baffling.
I mean, the official line is that this thing can reason with PhD-level proficiency. It's supposed to be the most advanced model they've ever made. Which brings us right back to our puzzle. An expert, a PhD, that can't solve for X? What gives?
So how in the world does an AI with all this advertised brain power fail at something so basic? Well, the answer isn't that it's just bad at math. No, it's something way more interesting than that.
Engineers have a name for this, a reasoning slip. Here's the key thing to get. The AI doesn't calculate things the way a calculator does. By default, it's a pattern matching machine. It's predicting what comes next, just like it predicts the next word when it's writing a sentence. In this case, it took a guess. It's basically the AI version of making a quick mental math mistake.
And this reveals the two different ways it can think. That first wrong answer came from taking a mental shortcut, just a fast guess based on patterns it's seen before. But when you ask it to try again, it can switch modes and show its work, going through the problem step by step, deliberately. And that's when it gets the right answer.
Okay, so it's really important to understand that despite this little stumble, GPT-5 is still a massive leap forward in almost every other respect. In a way, the error is the exception that helps us understand the rule.
And look, the data backs this up big time. This chart shows a huge drop in factual errors compared to the last version. In its normal, fast, standard mode, it's making 45% fewer mistakes. That's already great. But get this, when you push it into that deliberate thinking mode, the errors drop by a mind-blowing 80%.
So yeah, this new version isn't just some little update, it's a total replacement. It's rolling all the old models into one smart system that actually knows when to shift into that deeper thinking mode all by itself. And the jump in what it can do is huge. It's way better at following complicated instructions and can even build entire websites or apps from just one sentence.
And getting your hands on this power is also getting a lot simpler. If you're signed in, you get the regular model right away. If you use it too much, it just drops you down to a mini version. And for the power users and businesses who need the absolute best, there's a pro version that's the fastest and most capable.
So what's the real lesson from this one little math flub? It's not that the AI is secretly not as smart as they say. It's that we, the users, are now a huge part of the process of getting the right answer.
This brings us to the single most important point, and this quote just nails it. Just like any expert, whether they're human or AI, it gets better when we ask it to show it's working. The final accuracy isn't just about its brain power, it's about our instructions. So the big takeaway here isn't that GPT-5 is flawed. Far from it. It's that we hold the key to unlocking its best performance. We now have a choice. Do we want an answer that's super fast, or do we want an answer that's actually right? By asking it to show its work, we're the ones guiding it to the correct answer.
And all of this leaves us with one final, really important question. The expert is here.
It's getting more and more powerful every single day. So maybe the most important skill going forward isn't having all the knowledge yourself, it's learning how to ask the right questions.